Imagine being cheered as a sports hero one day, and then being branded as a murderer the next. This is the chilling story of O.J. Simpson, a man whose name will forever remain one of the most controversial in American history. Welcome back to Hidden Truth. If you love gripping stories about crime, mystery, and untold history, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, because we have more shocking stories waiting just for you. In 1995, O.J. Simpson heard the words every accused criminal hopes for. Not guilty. But while the court may have set him free, the public had already made up its mind. And yesterday, at the age of 76, O.J. Simpson's life ended after a battle with prostate cancer. On the field, Simpson was unstoppable. His 11-year NFL career made him a superstar, and he later dipped into acting, though that didn't exactly win him the same praise. But no matter how many trophies he won or roles he played, none of it could erase the shadow of the double murder case that defined his life: the brutal killing of his ex-wife Nicole Brown and her friend Goldman. Let's rewind. Simpson first met Nicole in 1977. At the time, he was still married to his wife, Marguerite, who was pregnant with their child. Nicole, just 18 years old, eventually became the center of his life. They married in 1985 and had 2 children together. But behind the glamorous image of a celebrity couple, there was a darker story. Nicole had documented multiple instances of abuse during their marriage. Their relationship collapsed in 1992, though they tried, briefly, to reconcile. By May of 1994, it was over for good. And just weeks later, the unimaginable happened. On June 12, Nicole Brown, aged 35, and her friend Goldman, only 25, were found viciously stabbed outside her Los Angeles home. The crime scene was horrifying. Nicole had been stabbed repeatedly in the head and neck, and her throat was slashed so deeply that her major arteries and veins were cut. The wound was nearly fatal enough to decapitate her. Goldman, investigators believed, may have stumbled into the attack and died trying to save her. Given the violent history between O.J. and Nicole, suspicion fell squarely on him. But O.J. insisted he was at home waiting for a ride to the airport for a flight to Chicago. Authorities asked him to surrender on June 17. Instead, he vanished. What followed next became one of the most surreal moments ever broadcast on live television. Millions of Americans tuned in as helicopters tracked a white Ford Bronco cruising slowly down California highways. Behind the wheel was Simpson's longtime friend, Al Cowlings. In the back, Simpson sat with a pistol, threatening to take his own life if they turned back. The chase lasted for hours and ended later that night, cementing O.J.'s image as a man running from the truth. Then came the trial, an event that would divide the nation. Simpson's defense team, famously dubbed the Dream Team, included big names like Johnny Cochran, Robert Kardashian, Robert Shapiro, and F. Lee Bailey. Leading the prosecution was Marcia Clark, who believed the evidence against O.J. was rock solid. And it was. DNA evidence linked blood from both victims to Simpson's car. Nicole's blood was found on his socks. A glove found at Simpson's home contained fibers and hair from both victims, and its match was discovered at Nicole's condo. But then came the courtroom drama that everyone remembers. When Simpson was asked to try on the glove in front of the jury, it appeared too small for his hand. That moment led to Cochran's unforgettable line, "If the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit." The prosecution argued that the glove had been mishandled, frozen and thawed several times, which might have caused it to shrink. But it didn't matter. After 11 long months, the jury reached a verdict: O.J. Simpson was not guilty. The decision sparked outrage. For many, it wasn't just about O.J. It was about race, police corruption, and years of mistrust between the LAPD and the African American community. The trial had become much bigger than the crime itself. Still, for most of the public, O.J. wasn't innocent. He was simply a man who walked free. And justice found another path. In 1997, the families of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman sued Simpson in civil court for wrongful death. This time, he was found liable and ordered to pay more than $50 million in damages. Instead of paying, he moved to Florida, effectively shielding himself from the judgment. For the rest of his life, O.J. stuck to his story. He claimed he didn't do it. But for millions of people, the case was already closed in their minds. He was guilty. And now, with his passing, one of the most controversial chapters in American crime history has officially closed as well. Right finger if you found this story gripping. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to Hidden Truth, because we bring you the real stories behind the headlines, the mysteries that haunt history, and the cases that still raise questions today.